Hello, I'm Grim Grindle and welcome to Vlogcast number 5, or as I like to call it, the 5th Vlogcast. It is, by mere happy coincidence, Halloween, because it just so happens that Halloween has fallen on a Monday, which is the day that I've chosen to do Vlogcasts. So before we get started, I'd just like to say Happy Halloween. Here on Channel Grim and Grin, we celebrate Halloween for the entirety of October, so it's a little weird that the actual day Halloween kind of feels like the end of Halloween because it's come at the end of the entire month of Halloween. If you're a new subscriber, or even if you're an old subscriber and you just haven't seen all of our stuff, and you're looking for some more Halloween content, from 2015 we have Grin's Pac-Man review, and my top 13 Treehouse of Horror episodes review, and then from 2016 we have Grin's Night of the Living Dead review, my Grabbers review, my review of Zonto the Thing from Venus, and our actual Halloween video, The Breakfast That Almost Was and Then Was Not. So if you're fortunate enough to have not seen any of those videos, there's about an hour's worth of Channel Grim and Grin Halloween content you've not seen yet. And if you're a super viewer and you have seen all of those videos, well, let's just say there might be a little bit more Halloween content coming out for actual Halloween tonight, around 11 PM Adelaide Standard Time. So stay tuned for that. That is to say, I hope it'll be out. I'm actually recording this vlogcast on Sunday, and as of Sunday, the final piece of Halloween entertainment is not quite done yet. So after recording this, I'm back to working on it. So first up, let's get on to Pop Culture Corner. As I said on the last vlogcast, last week I would be seeing Doctor Strange. And I did see Doctor Strange, and I enjoyed it greatly. I'm not going to do an in-depth review of it here or say any spoilers, because there are people in the Grim and Grin studio within earshot who have not actually seen it, so I don't want to give anything away. So avoiding spoilers, I will just say that I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. The movie has some great visuals that you really do want to see on the big screen, so make sure you do get out to the cinema and watch it on a movie screen, or you'll be doing yourself a slight disservice. The storyline is very interesting, and I do really look forward to seeing Doctor Strange mingling with other characters within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. One thing I did find very bizarre though is at the end of the movie, people were leaving the cinema before the credits were over and before any of the after credit scenes ran, which I thought was utterly bizarre because this is the 14th installment in the MCU, and you would think that by this point everyone knows that there's actually things after the credits. So if you, like these people, seem to not realize it, make sure you stay until after the credits. I'm pretty surprised that that has to be said at this point. I wonder if they've just not seen any of the after credits. Really, truly bizarre. Anyway, people's complete inability to learn aside, moving on to the next part of Pop Culture Corner, which is none other than trailers, which I know I've said before that I try to avoid watching, but I was at the cinema, which means that we got the previews, and it's sort of hard to avoid watching a trailer when it's in front of you in full sound and is the size of a barn door. I did, unfortunately, much to my disappointment, see the Rogue One trailer, which, as expected, did give away elements that I was hoping not to see until the movie, and I'll not discuss them just in case you yourself are doing a better job at avoiding them than I am. It obviously looks visually beautiful and very exciting, because, of course it does, it's a Star Wars movie, and I'll wait until I've seen it to say anything more. The second trailer was for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I'm actually very excited for, and I didn't mind seeing the trailer because I already watched it once, because while I really enjoy Harry Potter, I'm not as big of a Harry Potter fan as I am a Star Wars fan, and I've actually only seen many of the movies once, although I've now seen them twice because after the first trailer came out, I got kind of pumped and rewatched the movies. So I can't wait for that film, and excuse the pun, but it looks magical. And then the third and final trailer that we had that day was for a film I hadn't even heard of before called Office Christmas Party. The only holiday that I enjoy more than Halloween is Christmas, and it looks really freaking funny, so I can't wait to see it. Although that said, I'll probably wait to get it on DVD or something because it's a comedy movie, which means there's not really any point seeing it in the cinema. It's not like an action movie or a sci-fi movie with fantastic visual scenes and whatnot that are enhanced by it being on the big screen. It's just a good laugh. Speaking of a good laugh, if you can't wait until December for Office Christmas Party to come out, there is a very funny horror movie I just watched, so you can enjoy it now for Halloween. It is none other than 1940's The Ghost Breakers starring Bob Hope. It is a truly spooky black and white film with some very charming visuals and a lot of laugh-out-loud moments. There is, of course, some unfortunate sexism and racism in the films, just as there are in most films from that earlier of an era. So, do come prepared for that. If you are interested in watching it, you might have to do a little bit of hunting around for it, because even though I believe it's in the public domain, it was surprisingly hard to find. Now moving off the big screen and onto the stage, I also saw the live stage adaptation of Fawlty Towers. I'm not really sure how helpful this review will be because I'm guessing it came to Australia last as most things do, but if you are Australian and you like Fawlty Towers, definitely go see the stage show, and if it does go to your place after Australia, also go see Fawlty Towers. It's been a pretty long time since I watched the original show, but as far as I could tell, the actual stage show was around about 4 original episodes adapted into one script that was a continuous story. And although it's not the original cast, the cast that's been chosen did an absolutely brilliant job of all the characters they portrayed. It was about 20 minutes into the play that I forgot I wasn't actually watching John Cleese. So if you're a fan of Fawlty Towers live theatre and it actually comes to your city, make sure you check out the Fawlty Towers stage show. And finally, as I bring Pop Culture Corner to a close, the game footage currently playing on the screen is once more grabbed by the ghoulies, although I did pass the game the other night. I will probably continue to use the footage from the game for the next couple of vlogcasts until I choose what game to play next. Moving on to the next section, which is channel news and channel updates, quite excitingly, just in time for Halloween, my top 13 Treehouse of Horror videos has just passed 10,000 views. I know that for many channels, and in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's not many views, but for us it really is, and it's actually our first video to reach that milestone, so I'm rather excited. The videos we had go up last week were of course the Pelican tutorial for Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which has been heavily requested and seems to be so far rather well received. That was our extra content video and it went up on Wednesday. Then on Friday, the Halloween special for Sci-Fi Minecart went up, which I believe was Season 2, Episode 8, and was a review of the monster movie Grabbers. That video was absolutely exhausting to get done, and on Thursday morning I actually re-recorded all of the audio for it because I decided it wasn't good enough. In order to get the video done on time, I actually ended up pulling an all-nighter editing it, and the final export of the video wasn't complete until 6:30 AM Friday morning. And I could not be happier. It was absolutely exhausting, but a lot of fun, and I'm very glad I put the extra mile in to get it done. Also, the review itself has now been retweeted by the official Twitter page for the Grabbers movie, which is very exciting. I guess they were happy that I had good things to say about it. No one ever seems to retweet the bad reviews. And then moving on to content coming out this week, we have another extra video coming out on Wednesday, which will be our second Terraria one. And I believe on Friday, Grin Reviews returns with another Atari 2600 review, so for all of you retro gamers out there, prepare to be excited. Also, as I hinted, Halloween is not quite over, so tonight, unless something goes wrong, touch wood, there should be another piece of Halloween content coming out at 11 PM Adelaide Standard Time. Then, finally, in our questions and comments section, as our video game videos are getting more reviews, a question we're being asked more and more often is whether or not we have an Xbox Live account. And the answer to that is rather straightforward. While I am extremely flattered that people want to play with me and swap vehicles with me and whatnot, I unfortunately do not have at this moment Xbox Gold. And with that, this vlogcast is coming to a close. I am currently working on new build requests and we do have quite a bit of a backlog, but if you do have a request of a vehicle you want me to try to build in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, feel free to post it still, just don't be offended if it takes a while for me to get to it, because there is quite a big backlog at this point. So, with all of that said and done, welcome to all of our new subscribers, we hope we can entertain you, and to the old ones, thanks for sticking around. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic Halloween, and if you are going to a Halloween dress-up party, I'd love to hear what you're dressing as, so feel free to leave it in the comments. And until next time, I have been and still am Grim Grindle.